my dear Sagittarius. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of September 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Virgo season, so happy birthday to all Virgos out there. And I will do a shorter 10 card spread instead of the usual 15. And if you like it, I might continue doing my generals in this fashion. I do this reading in the order of birthdays, which start from Virgo. In about 2 to 3 weeks time, I will take 2 days off from work and do Libra season bonus love readings for the 8 signs that appreciate this general reading the most. So remember to hit that like button, and if you feel that you have the time, you can watch or click the ad, which financially frees up my time so I can do more of these readings for you. And as always, these readings apply to your sun, moon, rising sign and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. If you need more information after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the bonus reading for Virgo season that is up, or general reading for August, or the pick a card readings on the first page of my channel. Click my little Queen of Cups icon and then scroll down a little on the first channel page. There you will see different readings that can clarify your situation. You can also seek out a personal reading. Go to my webpage www.queenofcupstarot.se. I have new whip package up for those of you that want to take a big jump in your personal and spiritual growth. And for this reading, I will use the Global Art Collaboration Limited Edition 78 Tarot Mystical. It's a Tarot of the Legendary Limited Edition deck. So, my dear Sagittarius, when I open the deck for you here, it's the Hermit together with the Five of Swords. So it seems like a similar energy what I have seen so far, where we are kind of taking distance to difficult situation. We don't want to have drama. We don't want to engage ourselves with difficult people. It's like we have gotten a little bit allergic, and it's not fun anymore to try to make someone like us that seems to not like us, or to try to convince someone that we are a good person when they feel that they seem to be they seem to think that the difference like that you're not a good person, or to convince someone that you want to work together with them or love them when they don't trust you. Okay, so we can see you're focusing more on your own spiritual growth, and maybe less on this situation with conflicts. But the Five of Swords, yes, it's conflict, but it's also about winning. So I feel an energy with you where you are more stronger. It's not about winning over anyone else. It's like you have won yourself. You have gotten more confident and less scared. You're not as scared of survival if you would be excluded from your tribe. It's a confidence, and yes, he's a warrior, but it's also like he skateboards through his life, and he's very skilled with his movements. And I think this is a little bit what's up with you. It's very steep mountains, which shows that there's big challenges, but we can also see the steepness here of these mountains. But I think you're rather cool with it. It's like you don't take it so personally anymore. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Two of Pentacles together with the Hermit. So Two of Pentacles is a little bit this balance inside of you. Like sometimes people can throw you off balance, but this is where your focus are at. This is what you're working with to create balance inside of yourself. This is a chimera. It's an animal that's created from different animals: snake, lion, cheetah, maybe, and maybe Capricorn or an Aries, and different animals. So it shows it's a certain very magical creature about transformation and change and strength, and it has magical properties. The card of change, it's connected to the death. It's like these pennies that we put on the eyes on people that's going to travel over the river of Styx, needs the money for the ferryman. And so I think you're going through an internal transformation where you're seeking more balance. You're balancing yourself, because this is the truth. It's when we have been through something like dramatic or horrific or a conflict with someone, we kind of go through this what happened inside of ourselves again and again and again and again, over and over and over and over again. So the conflict only happened once, but you are reliving it inside of you again and again and again. So you are actually the one that hurts you, and what you are afraid of when you are afraid of conflict or being left out in the cold, or that people wouldn't like you, it's really not what they are doing towards you. It's what you're doing to yourself, inside yourself, that you will reminisce about this over and over and over again. So this is what you need to look at. This is what you need to take control over. You can use Byron Katie's The Work. If you go to her web page, you can find worksheets there to do the work. You can search for The Work, and you will find out how to do this. Also watch, maybe buy some of her DVDs or download them, because she can help you with this. You can also use Sedona method and other different methods to deal with this inside of you, where you are constantly repeating old trauma, old things that have happened that was making you nervous. You're repeating them over and over and over again by thinking of them and obsessing with them. And it seems like you're dealing with it, but maybe you don't have the tools just yet for how to deal with this. So The Work, Sedona method, look it up, okay? So 6 elements. And yes, here we have the Chariot. I told you, the pennies for the ferryman over the river Styx. This is a Sherry, like she's a woman. It's a Persephone. She spends half of the year down in the netherworld, and then it's winter, and half of the year up on Earth, and then spring and summer comes. So it's really like you're going through a different season, different transformation, and life is like a circle, or this 8. So for every lap you do with this transformation, the seasons in your life, you are learning more and more, and becoming more and more complete and more courageous to go through this different challenges. Okay, so beautiful. And it's a journey that you do clearly on your own. It seems like you're really doing this as an internal journey. You're trying to get to terms with who you are and what you want, and to clean your inner space, get yourself into balance, get less distressed and worried about things that's happening, taking things less personally, and working through the issues. When you find an issue, you stay with it, you work it through, and you see it, you put attention to it with the attention span here of your light. Okay, so 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Sagittarius viewers. So, Wheel of Fortune, I talked about the spiral. So I want my dear Sagittarius to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So my dear Sagittarius, we have the Page of Cups coming up. So you still want love. It's not that you have turned cold. Okay, I'm hearing a song here, Cold as Ice. I think you're taking better care of your inner child, but other people might see you as cold as ice. Okay, and when I was going to write that down, I really didn't write down cold as ice. I write down close my eyes. So already 2 songs have come true for you. Cold as ice and close my eyes. Close my eyes. I think it's might it be with I see the people in front of me, but currently I don't know their names. So okay, I think one of them is Ozzy Osbourne and the other is a girl with a really raspy voice that's singing this Close My Eyes Forever. Okay, I will tune in actually for a few seconds here. So this with automatic writing is kind of cool, and it's not something that's happening to just a few people. You can do this if you start with just writing down. Maybe when going to bed you can take a journal with you, a pen, and just write down whatever comes to mind. And it can be about these things that you worry about, like I worry about this and this and this and this and this, and you keep on writing. And sometimes when I do this, I fall asleep, and I actually continue writing after I have been falling asleep. And when I wake and see my notes, it's kind of really exciting, the things that we write. Sometimes it's very sad because then we see I'm writing like the pen is going like this, and then I get really like, no, I wanted to see what that was. Try it out. It could be fun, and you don't have to fall asleep. You just keep on writing until you come to a certain stage where you access your subconscious. Okay, so this will be in the bottom of your deck, and we have a Page of Pentacles. We saw the Page of Cups jumping. So this is about who you truly are, like without masks and shelters. Both we have Page of Cups jumping. This is Page of Pentacles. Both of these are talking about things like that, who you really are, like in the bottom of you, the most vulnerable parts of you, and the most creative parts of you, the most true parts of you. Page of Swords and Page of Wands, they are not as vulnerable, and it's more like an arrow. This is more like what you already are, what you were already when you came, not what was your mission, but who you already were. And this was the bottom of the deck, and we have a King of Swords here. So I'm thinking this is what you are learning. This is what you're learning right now, to become more and more a King of Swords, being able to see things from an above perspective and make really good decisions. Be able to be aware, not be engaged in drama, but actually seeing more to, okay, so what's up with this? What's happening here? What is going on in this inside of me, or inside of this relationship, or in this communication? Sort it out, make decision that solves the situation. So you can have really nice epiphanies at this time, and clarity that is unusual for you, that it can come. Okay, might also be dealing with Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or a person that has been maybe cold as ice, and maybe the roles have shifted because now you have learned more and more about these properties, because we want to be more and more whole. So we can be we learn from the people that's difficult for us in our lives, also from those who are nice, but more from those who are difficult. So this is your situation. This is your challenges. This is how you deal with those challenges. This is what your intuition is telling you. This is how you act accordingly to your intuition. And this is what you need to relax and accept. And this is the next level. When you have gone through all this, where will you be at? So this is the original reading that I was taught in the 1990s. It's the lifting bird. It's like a bird lifting like this. I have added, almost immediately, I added a new section for result. So it's a mini bird here. All are result cards. And it kind of creates a heart, this whole thing. It's a beautiful heart. If you can see it a little bit from above, like this. Okay. So, my dear Sagittarius, this is your situation. And we have an 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is actually Sagittarius. So it seems like you are really on your way somewhere. I think this is to do with your spiritual growth that has taken wings. Okay. So wings to fly. And it's a horse. So horses are passionate animals. And they are also courageous, even though they are really scared. Like they are animals they are prey. So predators prey on them, and still they are very courageous. So I think this talks something about your situation. There might come through important messages at this time, both inspirational messages, but also messages that you have been waiting for. You will also see things more clearly, as with the King of Swords, but this is more vulnerable, this is more open-hearted. This is more like with the Fool's energy, where we also want to fix things. We are engaged. We are engaged in the situation. We want to make it good. So it's this pure intentions of wanting to make things good. So it's like a lift-off point for you here. A lot of things are going on. You might be traveling either with this personal growth or inside yourself or on an outside level, moving, traveling, seeing new people, talking with new people, maybe expressing yourself to many people or to just a few. It's a very energetic card. Okay. And this is your challenge. And we have a 9 of Swords here. So 9 of Swords is kind of what I talked about. How a person can hurt you once and then for the rest of your life you hurt yourself with the thoughts about what happened. So if your daddy was not nice towards you growing up, you think about this again and again and again and again and again. And who is the one abusing you now? Okay, so 9 of Swords is not usually a real pain, like something that's happening in your now. It has more to do about self-tormentation, how you are tormenting yourself. Or if you have an abuser in your life, it's like a part of you is agreeing with them and thinking that you are deserving of this. So if you wouldn't think that you are deserving of this, you wouldn't stay to take the abuse. Okay, so that's your situation, to maybe see this and sort this out and be able to do things in a new way here. So this is how you deal with this, and it's the Fool. So it's kind of what I felt a little bit with the 8 of Wands, this naivety, this purity, the pure intention with the white flower here, and the past, which might be with the 9 of Swords. And then we have your little conscience picking on you like this and saying, hey, this is what I see. Have you noticed? So listen to this. I think it's your little King of Swords there. Your awareness. So listen to it. You can also see he has small dots in his forehead. I think you're starting to become enlightened. You're starting to open your third eye. And this method that I told you about, how to write down all your crap, and then you will start to, how automatic writing can be one way to open your third eye. So you deal with this in a very courageous way, like with the horse I told you. And it's a white horse, and these are white, so it shows pure intention. You are scared, but you are brave. You are open and naive, but yet courageous and strong. So it's very beautiful. So you're dealing with this in a way that can't be anything else but healthy. There's a little risk of being too like a little bit codependent. if we have too nice intentions, sometimes we have low boundaries, but hopefully you have come past that stage with the low boundaries, and here's more the purity of your soul. Okay, and this is your intuition telling you. And we have a 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles, it's for me in this reading, it feels like you want to have more of a crew, okay, more of a family, a bigger tribe, people like you, which you can engage with and do fun, happy things with. I think you want more social encounters with people that are nice, with people that you can feel at home with things you can feel comfortable with. 10 of Pentacles is also about money and success. So it might be that you are jumping over some obstacles here, and those obstacles might have been your own view on yourself, what you could and couldn't do. Like, I could do that, but this is too big, it's too much, I can't do that. For example, it can be, well, I can record my music in my chamber, but I can't share it with the greater public. So it's like there have been limitation with the way you think about yourself. But here it seems like many of these blockages are removed maybe one by one with your work here with the 9 of Swords. And you're getting less and less of these blockages. And the less blockages you have, the more abundance and beauty and beautiful relationships can be created in your life. And your intuition tells you that this is what you need. This is what could make you happy. To have this, more of this, like abundance. And this is how you react to this intuition. And it's a 9 of Pentacles. So you start where you need to start. You start with yourself. You make your inside into a habitable place. You make it to a place where you can find peace and quiet. And you're looking with this little snowman here. You're looking at these things and making your inside into a more and more of a paradise, like a more and more feng shui place where you can find your balance. And when you fix this on the inside, surely it's going to be reflected on the outside. So you're following the textbook of spiritual growth and healing, that you start to love yourself, you start to take care of yourself. If you respect you, other will respect you. If you honor yourself, other will honor you. If you love yourself, other will love you. So it starts with the person in the mirror. You start to do the things to yourself that you wish that other would do. So if you don't want them to hurt you over and over again, don't be the one to hurt you over and over again. When you think bad thoughts like, I can never have that, or I can never be loved like this, or then you notice, with a little King of Swords snowman here. Okay, so now you told yourself something that is a little bit negative. You don't want this to be created in your life. So can we look at this? Can we heal this part? What's happening here? So you were thinking, for example, I can never have a partner like that, because you have never had a partner like that. Maybe your partners were crappy. So you think, I can never have a partner like that. But when you think it, your little snowman says, okay. So now just told you something that you don't want to see created in your life. So you can change this. I expect a partner like this in my life. Because you do. We can see this with this commitment, family, tribe, lifelong partners, romantic partners, a better job, better pay job, everything that your heart desires and that you feel that you are worthy of. It's not a universe. Universe thinks you are worthy of everything, but you have some limitations and you need to be aware of these limitations to create better things in your life. And you do. So it's very beautiful. We have also the falcon here. So you have different aspects of you flying and seeing things from above and being smart enough to be able to know how to deal with this, to attract and manifest better things in your life with how you think, how you speak, how you act. Okay. And this is what you need to relax and accept. And we have death again. We also saw the chariot where you were traveling over the river Styx, and the two of pentacles with the two pennies to put upon your eyes. So relax and accept that you're going through a transformation. You might need to leave old things behind and move forward, like old securities, things that have been a secure place for you. It can be, for example, a job which you liked, which gave you a lot of value, like you got a paycheck and everything was really great, but it wasn't really exactly the thing that you wanted, but the thing that you really wanted, maybe you thought you couldn't have. So we can see it like this, that it doesn't have to be a big calandrum in your life. It can actually be something that's good for you or have been good for you, but it's not quite it. Okay, it's something you have settled with because it gave you a good feeling, like a relationship that was nice but not particularly deep, or a work which gave you good money but didn't fulfill your soul, and so on. So these things you are going to have to let go of. And we can see with this, it's like a spiral here with the water, and I think you are going to have to travel through the spirals and maybe downwards into some place which might feel scary, but it's like a portal coming out on the other end. Your life will be renewed. 10 are sometimes ending of old things and beginning of new things. So it can be that you need to sacrifice one thing that feels good for something that you want even more. So it's a sacrifice. Okay. And this is the next level you will find yourself when you have gone through all this. And we have a 7 of Pentacles. So it's kind of a blockage. We can see that there's a blockage with your speaking. It's a blockage with your thinking. It's a person that wants to be secure, but have problems with following their soul. So I think it has to do with this 10 of Pentacles, that there's something that is quite good, but it's not exactly what you want. And it's like you don't want to give up the investment you have been doing up till now. But the investment and the non-giving up, non-sacrifice of the situation is kind of keeping you locked into a place where you don't get the rewards you want. So it can be okay to wait a little bit longer, don't stress out, do things in a pace that feels natural for you, but try to open up a little bit more, try to take a little bit more space. The limitation here at your throat chakra can be things you don't dare to tell because you don't want to lose your job. You can't talk to your partner about the problems because you don't want to lose the relationship. So it can be things like this where there's room for development, but you haven't rolled the dice, you haven't told anyone, or you haven't started with the change because you are scared of what you can lose in this process. So it's almost like you're standing on the edge here with the Fool. Should you or shouldn't you? Should you? Shouldn't you? So you haven't made up your mind, it seems, but it's fine. Yes, this is a blockage, but it might also be like a plateau where you can collect your thoughts and rest and figure out, okay, so what to do from here. I have created this so far. I have purified myself. I have seen through how I hurt myself. I have seen the values in the things I have. It might be that I want more value out of life, and someday, maybe soon, I will be ready for it, but I need to collect myself a little bit first. And that might be a little bit new for Sagittarius. Usually just go for the things you want, but maybe now it's closer to your heart. It's more important. If you wouldn't be successful, maybe it would be a harder blow. Sometimes if we get things easy, like we get a good job easy, it's not a big sacrifice if you were to lose it. But if this is something that's very close to your heart, very close to your dreams, very close to who you are, it might be that you're a little bit careful and taking the secure, choosing the secure instead of what's insecure. I think we are about to touch your deepest vulnerability, and that might be something that you haven't had displayed before. It's something that you have kept private. But so it's like having a job, maybe at a music producer, and this dream would be producing your own music. And that's what you don't do. You keep yourself to the safe things, taking a job almost close to your dream, but not really your dream. And you're quite not exactly ready for this anymore, because that would mean that's serious, you know. It's serious. If you wouldn't be successful with that, then you would be really sad, because this is something that you have secretly dreamt of and think that it's a possibility from maybe when you were small. And if you would try it and it didn't work out, you would maybe be more upset than usual if things doesn't work out, okay? So, but go through this. What's the worst that can happen, okay? So it's better to have loved and lost, or tried and failed, than to not have loved or tried at all. So this is the next level, and we have a 6 of Swords. So 6 of Swords is when we are traveling from something that has been a little bit upsetting and moving into a future that we hope will be better. I'm a little bit insecure exactly what this can be. It feels almost like a trauma, and we see the trauma here. I'm thinking it's you going through this healing, and that it needs to take a little bit of time. Maybe you are restless, you want to, you know, be done with it already, but you actually need yourself, you need to give yourself a little bit more time, because it's vulnerable parts of you, like these pages, Page of Cups, Page of Coins, that you're dealing with here, and they are a little bit more fragile than what you are used to you being. So you might discover in different situations that you can't keep your cool the way you could before, or you get more upset, or you get more insecure. So it's because you're touching deeper layers of yourself, maybe your inner core. So be delicate with yourself, be nice to yourself, take care of yourself, give yourself time, don't rush things, heal yourself like in the best way possible. So 6 of Swords can sometimes be messages, and it comes with the 8 of Wands. So I think it's about this, what you want to tell people, the truth of what you want to say. But it's very, you would show your vulnerability and what really matters for you in your life. And before you have covered it up and laughed it away, but now it's serious. So you can talk about how you need to collect some courage to tell people the things that you have known for quite some time but didn't share with them, okay? So, and here we have a 10 of Cups. So it shows that things, this is, we have here water and earth again, you know. We had the Page of Coins, Page of Cups. Here's the 10 of Coins, 10 of Cups. Sometimes 10s can be ending, as I said, closure, something old. And we know what we have, but we don't know what we are going to get. This is how life usually looks. So you want to say something, you want to express yourself, you want to take a leap of faith. And you know what you have, and it's quite good, like it's wonderful, it's 10s, it can't be more great, but you have some secret dream which you are keeping for yourself here, and you know what you have, but you don't know what you will get. So that's the situation for us in life. We know what we have, but the future is unknown. And that why might be what's making us so, it's so easy for us to start to think the worst because we don't know, okay? So we can be very scared of making a move or saying something because we don't know what will happen. When we do this move, we speak up, we take away the wall here around our throat and we roll the dice and we say something with pounding heart that we have wanted to say for a long time, and we don't know the consequences. So you know what you have, but you don't know what you are going to get. But it feels very loving. It feels like you have very pure intentions. It's just that you are not sure that you are unconditionally loved. So that's the thing. You don't know that people around you truly love you and truly want you. Maybe if your boss would knew, they would throw you out. Or if your partner knew, or if you challenge the relationship with saying your truth, and maybe that would make them turn away from you. So that's the moment I see here. That's where you're at. And we have a 6 of Wands as a result here. So it seems like what your deepest want, needs and desire, and the things that you really want to say but you don't dare to say, it's things that really shouldn't be that hard to do, say or express, but because it's so valuable for you, the outcome, you rather keep it as a secret dream than actually say it, actually make yourself vulnerable in that situation, exploit what it is that you really want. But if you would, this is the card represents Leo in Jupiter, or Jupiter in Leo, and it shows that you could be a real pioneer, like you could be a leader. You could be someone that shows people how it's done. You could go into the dark landscape and light up new territories, like new places where no one else have ever been. So to be vulnerable and to bet on your dream and show who you truly are, both with words and deeds, it seems to be what you need to do, like what you are guided to do and what your heart wants you to do. This is another 6. You have 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands here. This is the other part, like the masculine part, the arrow into the future. So try to trust yourself a little bit more and dare to dream and dare to express yourself more truly. And it can cover, it can take off the cover of things, like that you were only welcome at this place of work if you kept your mouth shut, or that your partner just wanted you if you didn't express your deep emotions and like needs, because then they get overwhelmed, or your family really didn't want to know who you truly was. So it can be in that way. And when you express yourself, you will have to make sacrifices. We have death here, but you are aiming yourself to a life worth living with people worth living for. So why sacrifice and live your life with people that doesn't love you for who you are? So it's like touch and go. It's like Matrix, taking the red pill or the blue pill is what I'm seeing for you, Sagittarius. So this rain, okay, I hope you can hear me still, even with this rain. So I will take from Mystical Wisdom card deck. I'll take a card for you, Sagittarius. 2 cards, obviously. So, Archangel Raphael and Angel of Miracles. Interesting. It has come a lot of oracle cards on the letter A for all the signs up till now: Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and you. Maybe not all, but many of them has got oracle cards on A. So Archangel Raphael is one of your cards. Provider of healing for mind, body and spirit. He is one of God's holy angels whose role it is to minister to God and his people. Raphael, which means God heals, bestowing divine healing and miracles to people and animals upon the earth. For those of you who want to become healers, doctors, and care workers, it is comforting to know that you have an almighty angel ready and waiting to be of service. Summon Raphael to your side if you are in need of healing and support. He encourages you to surrender negative thoughts and replace them with forgiveness and love, as this will encourage your recovery and honor you with inner peace. Mantra: I feel love and healing and surrender negative thoughts. Nine of Swords. It brings to mind the mantra I put up on my community section of my channel when I was announcing that I was going to start to do the general readings yesterday. And it's the mantra of, it's an ancient Hawaiian forgiveness and kind of healing mantra, Ho'oponopono, I think it's the name. And it's about, I love you, I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you. The way I say it is a little bit different. It's I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you, because it rings better to my mind and into my ears. But it's okay to do it in both ways. So this can be something we can use, for example, before we are going to encounter a meeting that's very like important for you, or when you're going to have a talk with important people. You can say this mantra 4 times before you go into the meeting or the encounter, and you can say it 4 times when you are in the meeting, like quiet for yourself. Don't say it openly, because people might think that it might be a little bit out of context. And then you can say it 4 times after, when you start to worry, like how the meeting went down and what you said and what they said. And then you say, I am sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you, to kind of calm yourself down and put you in a position where you disconnect from any outcome, and you kind of let the universe rules what will happen next. Okay. Angel of Miracles will happen next. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Angels shine a divine light of intelligence made of the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestows gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many forms: a bird, a butterfly, an animal, or the brightest and only flower in blossom. When coincidences, synchronicities, and miracles start to happen in your life, you know that the angels are with you. The angels also assist and guide you during life changes or challenges, comforting you to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible with the angels, so you can expect a positive outcome, knowing that the angels have heard your prayers. I believe in miracles. For the angels to be able to hear your prayers, you need to make them. You need to ask for what you want. You need to tell them what's your dreams. And, don't nag on them. Tell them once or twice what it is that you want, and see what comes back to you. Because sometimes what you want might not be exactly what you need. So you might get something else, or you might need to heal some blockages before you can have the thing you asked for. So you might not be shown, the answer, like this is how you will get it. You might be shown a blockage, like look at this, here you have something, you need to work with this. And when you have done this, you can ask for the thing you wanted again, and you will be shown the next step. Maybe it's a new blockage, or it's something you need to learn, or somewhere you need to go, or people you need to talk to. Follow the synchronicity, the signs, the signs that comes to you and show you things, and your intuition. Okay. So, my dear Sagittarius, I hope this helped. I want you to take really, really good care. And I want to welcome you back to my general reading for October that will be performed in the middle of September. And if you click that like button real good, I'm sure you will be one of the 8 signs that I will read a bonus reading for in about 2 to 3 weeks time. I'm so grateful, Sagittarius, for all that you have done for me up till now and all the gratitude you have shown. So I'm really happy, and it always feels like a blessing to read for you, because I know that you are able to take in the information and do something real good with it. It's a little bit unusual to see you so timid and careful, but it's because you're getting real close to the core of it all. Okay, so take care and bye-bye.